Welcome, everybody, to the 12X Your Book with LinkedIn. This is the page that contains the digital course that teaches insurance agents, specifically insurance producers. It teaches insurance producers how to build a $1 million or more book of business by using LinkedIn. Have you actually been able to successfully use LinkedIn to generate new business growth in your organization? Have you been able to win new clients by using this social media platform that has over 800 million users? Have you been able to actually build your clientele by turning your connections and your followers into commission-paying clients? You know, it's very difficult for insurance agents to actually figure out how to use social media. And I get it. Sometimes it's very challenging to figure this out. You might use other platforms like Facebook or Instagram, for example, for friends and family. But to actually be able to use LinkedIn as a business platform, a structure that is set up for prospecting to translate these followers and connections into premium paying clients, that is a struggle for many insurance agents. But the problem is that it's not just a struggle, it's that the consequence to not being able to actually figure out LinkedIn once and for all is actually taking a considerable amount of money out of your pocket every single year. I mean, frankly, I feel without hesitation that you could probably put an additional $50,000 in your own personal pockets, personal income to you, if you could begin using LinkedIn in an effective, strategic way. You might even be able to do $75,000 of additional income, or even maybe $100,000. It just kind of depends about how savvy you're going to be in trying to figure out LinkedIn. But the fact of the matter is that you are losing out on a lot of revenue by allowing time to go by and not figure out LinkedIn. It is a tremendous opportunity, and the beautiful part of it is that the vast majority of your competitors, all the other insurance agents that are out there, have not been able to figure out LinkedIn themselves. And so if you can figure out LinkedIn, how to actually use it in a very strategic way to begin prospecting to all of these business owners and C-suite executives, you are going to be so much further ahead of your competition. You're going to be putting them back in the dust. You are going to be writing a lot of additional revenue this next year. And so what I've done is I've created this particular digital course, 12X Your Book using LinkedIn. I've created this digital course to help insurance agents like you figure it out and have a step-by-step process on really just sort of cut and paste this into your profile. Cut and paste this into your feed. Cut and paste this as an article. Do this, don't do this. I give you the actual playbook, a step-by-step process on how to actually use LinkedIn to generate additional income, to write more insurance, to win more clients this next year. It's right there. It's just a matter of actually following through and doing it. And so I set this up. It's got a number of different modules, a lot of videos, a few PDFs, and you just simply follow the process step by step. And if you do it and do it consistently, you are going to generate a significant amount of ROI. You are going to write a lot of business this next year. It can take care of a lot of problems. If you are an agency owner, you should have each and every one of your producers go through this process so that you can have a very structured LinkedIn process that's helping your producers prospect and turn your connections and your followers into legitimate prospects that want to meet with you. But we have to be strategic. You know, most insurance agents who are on LinkedIn, they are not using it in a strategic way. They're doing a little bit of this, they're doing a little bit of that, they're doing a little bit of other things, but they're really not using it in a strategic way. That's because they're using it like Facebook, they're using it like Instagram. They are connecting with peers, but they're not actually using it for prospecting. Imagine if you can get this figured out, if you could begin using LinkedIn to prospect and generate additional revenue. How many new clients could you receive, could you actually win over the course of this next year? I firmly believe without hesitation that it is a lot of additional revenue you are losing by continuing to allow days and weeks and months and years to go by not actually following through and learn it. It's here, it's all available to you. The question is whether or not you're actually going to do something about it. Are you going to be an action taker, or are you simply just going to allow the time to go by and it's going to be yet another month, another year that you allowed time to go by and didn't figure out LinkedIn, and then you are going to be regretting it at the end of the year? See, the difference between people who become super producers, that is, they build $1 million or more book of business, and those who really don't, it is a failure to implement. A failure to implement. Hands down. It's not that there is a lack of desire, there's just a lack of tenacity. There's a lack of grit. There's a lack of competitive nature. There's a lack of implementation. I want to encourage you to not allow time to go by. I created this specifically for busy insurance agents who don't have a whole lot of time to figure all of these things out. I've created it in a very simple and easy follow these steps, and it'll actually work for you. I created it in that manner so that you don't have to learn everything from the ground up. We just focus on the main parts, the big parts, and I explain to you step by step in each of the modules how to get it done. Look, it costs a few $100s to actually get the course. You'll have access to it for a full year. But imagine what the ROI would be for you over the course of time. Not just this year, but year after that, and year after that, and year after that, to finally have a social media strategy that's actually bringing new revenue into your book of business. The opportunity is great. The opportunity is right in front of you. But the thing is that this course opens up on January 3rd, and I'm closing it on January 8th. You've got a small window of time to actually take advantage of this course. It's going to go up incrementally in price over the course of these few days. So actually pulling the trigger and implementing it, of getting involved into the program, purchasing it as quickly as possible is going to save you some money. But think about what it's going to actually do to change your life. I mean, how would your life and your career change if you were able to bring in an additional 3 or 5 or 11 new clients every single year, above and beyond what you have been doing in the past? Imagine how that could change your life going forward. Imagine what would happen in your life, in your career, in your agency, if you could bring in an additional $50, $75, $100,000 of additional revenue, new commission every single year, because you've been able to figure out how to actually use LinkedIn to set up more appointments with your prospects. The opportunity is tremendous. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to allow time to simply pass you by and miss the opportunity because, frankly, you were too busy, nervous, scared, didn't feel that LinkedIn was that big of an issue? Are you going to allow it to happen to you again? Or are you going to be the one who actually takes advantage of the opportunity, pulls the trigger, begins to implement the information, and then reaps the reward of having all of your prospects attracted to you, wanting to actually reach out to you to find out more about what it is that you offer, to set the appointment, and then you turn them into premium paying clients where you actually earn additional revenue over the course of the lifetime of that client. Look, the opportunity is great. The people who implement it are greater. The question is, what are you going to do about it? I encourage you, hit that buy now button, purchase this course, 12x your book with LinkedIn, and build your book of business to $1 million or more by using LinkedIn. You've got a small amount of time in which to make it happen, and I hope you actually move forward. Thanks so much. My name is Charles Specht. I am the president and CEO of Permission Sales, where I teach and train insurance agents how to build a $1 million or more book of business through signed broker of record letters. And this course is specifically designed to help you do all of that by using LinkedIn. Thank you so much.